Hello friends, welcome to my channel AMI online classes. Today today we will discuss one more numerical related to thin cylinder. So this question has been asked in summer 2007 and the question number is 6A. So question is, a cylindrical thin drum 800 in diameter and 3 meter long has a shell thickness of 10 If the drum is subjected to an internal pressure of 2.5 Newton per square, determine the changes in length, diameter and volume. So let's start how to solve this numerical. So we know that circumferential stress, that is sigma c, is equal to PD by 2T. So what is the value of P? That is 2.5 into D is 800 by 2 into T is 10 So this 0 and 0 will be cancelled. 42 is 80, correct? 2.5 into 40, 100, one more 0, so 100 Newton per square, correct? Now, so we got the value of circumferential stress, that is 100 Newton per square, correct? Now we know that the longitudinal stress, from the relation between longitudinal stress and hoop stress or circumferential stress, that is half of the hoop stress. So 100 by 2, 50. So we got the value of longitudinal stress, that is 50 Newton per square, correct? Now here we have to assume, because E is not given, E is, that is Young's modulus of elasticity, and Poisson's ratio also not given. So assume that E, that is Young's modulus of elasticity, 2 into 10 to the power 5 Newton per square, correct? Sorry, this is 10 to the power 5 Newton per square, and 1 by m, that is Poisson's ratio, is how much? 1 by 4, correct? This is unitless. Now let us proceed further. We know that circumferential strain, we have to calculate three things first, that is circumferential strain, longitudinal strain and volumetric strain. So what is circumferential strain? That is, we know epsilon c, circumferential strain, is equal to circumferential stress by E minus Poisson's ratio multiplied by longitudinal stress by E. So here we can put circumferential stress, that is sigma c by E minus, we know that this longitudinal stress is equal to half of the circumferential stress to E, correct? Now circumferential stress sigma c by E into 1 minus 1 by 2m, correct? And sigma c is equal to PD, that we have already calculated, so no need to write this one. We can put the value of sigma c. So what is the value of sigma c? Sigma c is 100 by 2 into 10 to the power 5, 1 minus half into 1 by m, correct? So 100, 2 into 10 to the power 5 into 1 minus this 1 by m is equal to how much? That is 1 by 4, correct? Now 100 in by 2 into 10 to the power 5 into 1 minus 1 by 8, correct? So 100 by 2 into 10 to the power 5 into 8 minus 1 by 8. So this value will be how much? 1 by 2 into 10 to the power 5 into 7 by 8. This 50, 25, 4, correct? So 25 into 7 by 4 into 10 to the power 5. 10 to the power 5. So this value will be how much? This value will be, now we have to calculate the value, that is 7 into 25 into 7, 25 into 7 by 4 into 10 to the power 5, correct? So this is the value of this circumferential strain, that is circumferential stress is equal to how much? That is 0.00004375. 4375. So we got the value of epsilon c, that is epsilon c, that is circumferential strain 0.000435, correct? We got the value of circumferential strain. Now let us calculate longitudinal strain. So longitudinal strain, we know that longitudinal strain, that is epsilon L is equal to longitudinal stress by E minus 1 by m into circumferential stress by E. So circumferential stress by E minus 1 by m into, we know that circumferential stress is twice of longitudinal stress, 2 sigma L by E. Now epsilon L is equal to sigma L by E 1 minus 2 by m, correct? And sigma L, that is already we have calculated over here. Sigma L is how much? That is 50. So let's put the value of sigma L. 50 by 2 into 10 to the power 5, 1 minus 2 into 1 by 4, 1 by m is equal to, that is 4, correct? 1 by m, that is 1 by 4, sorry. This is 1 by m is equal to 1 by 4, 2 to the 4. So sigma L, sorry, this is epsilon, not sigma L. Epsilon L is equal to 50 by 2 into 10 to the power 5, 1 minus half. This is equal to 50, 2 into 10 to the power 5, 1 by 2. So 25 by 2 into 10 to the power 5, correct? Now epsilon L is equal to how much? Let us calculate the value of 25 divided by 2 into 10 to the power 5, that is 0.0000125, correct? We got the value of so finally we got the value of longitudinal strain and circumferential strain, and we know that longitudinal strain, okay, we know that volumetric strain, that is volumetric strain epsilon V is equal to twice of circumferential strain, that is 2 epsilon C plus epsilon L, correct? Now epsilon V yani volumetric strain is equal to 2 into what is the value of epsilon C? So value of epsilon C is 0.004375, correct? 0.00435 plus 0.00125. These are the value of longitudinal strain and circumferential strain. Now epsilon V is equal to, let's multiply it by 2 into 0.0004375 plus 0.00125 is equal to 0. The value of the value of 2 into 0. How much? 2 into 0.0004375 plus 0.000125, that is 0. The value of volumetric strain will be 0.001. Correct? So we got the value of volumetric strain also. Now we know that epsilon C is equal to del D by D. Correct? This is the value of del D. Here we have to calculate the change in diameter and change in length, also change in volume. Correct? So epsilon C is equal to del D. What is the dia? Dia is 800. That is given. The diameter of the drum is given, that is 800 diameter. Here D is equal to 800 mm. So we put the value of D. Now del D, delta D will be 800 into epsilon C, and the value of epsilon C, that is 0.000437.5. Correct? So del D is equal to, let's multiply with this. Let's multiply 800 into 0.000437.5 is equal to point, the value of change in diameter, that is 0.35 mm. That we have to calculate. So we got the value of change in diameter. Correct? Now let's calculate the value of change in length. We know epsilon L, longitudinal strain, is equal to change in length upon L. So change in length, what is the value of L? L is given, length of the drum, that is given. Here L is 3000 mm. L is given in meter, 3 meter converted into mm. So we got 3000 mm. Correct? Now delta L is equal to epsilon L into 3000. So what is the value of epsilon L? That is longitudinal strain, 0.000125 into 3000. So delta L, that is change in length, to be multiplied. Okay, 0.00125 into 3000. So what is the value? That is 3.75. That is 3.75. How much? 3000. So 0.000125 into 3000 equal to 0.375. Here we have to put 1 0 also. Actually I have this will be 0. Correct? So the value of change in length also we got over here, that is 0.375 mm. Correct? This is the change in length. Sorry, 0.375. This is the change in length of the drum due to internal pressure P. So we got both the value. Now we have to calculate change in volume. Change in volume. So we know that epsilon V, yani volumetric strain, is equal to delta V by V. and delta V is equal to epsilon V into V, correct? And we know that we have already calculated the value of epsilon V, that is volumetric strain. The value of volumetric strain, that is 0 point. This is 0.001. 0.001. And what is the volume of drum? That is pi by 4 d square L, 0.001 multiplied by pi by 4 into the value of d is given, that is 800, and value of L, that is length of the drum, that is 3000. So if we calculate this expression, then we will get the value of volumetric strain, correct? 64 into 3000. So the value of this expression will be 0.001 into pi by 4, correct, into how much? 64 into 3000. So the value of this is equal to 150,796 into 474. This is the value of volumetric strain. So we calculated all the values as asked in the question. Okay guys, thank you very much for watching my video. If you like my video, please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon so that you will get the direct notification of new videos whenever I upload the videos related to AMI section B, mechanics of solids, correct? Okay, thank you very much.